numerous academic programs provide students at Erie High School the opportunity to conduct collegiate level work, earn college credits, and forge potential career networking opportunities, all of which prepare students to be college and career ready. Because of the rigorous opportunities provided to our students, Erie High School was chosen by the College Board to host one of the first 8 capstone programs in the state. Students at Erie High School take achievement to the next level in the classroom and the athletic arena. On behalf of the Tri-Valley, we ask spectators to consider the time and effort that puts into support in preparation for this contest. We urge you to tailor your actions to bring credit to yourself and your school. You're expected to cheer for your team, not against your opponent. Thank you, enjoy the game, and good luck to both schools. Hey fans, don't forget to tell your friends and family that you're here today to listen to this game live on the Erie Tiger Network for free. For information on watching live games or games on demand, go to ErieTigerNetwork.com. Physicians and athletic trainers from Fort Range Orthopedics and Spine provide the best in medical care for our student athletes. They work hard to get our athletes back in the game. As part of their commitment to our athletes, Fort Range Orthopedics and Spine provides a free bumps and bruises clinic. The clinic is open Monday and Thursday from 7 to 8 a.m. during the school year at our one-month location. Check out our website at FortRangeOrthopedics.com for more details. Thank you, Nikki, for all that you do for our athletes. Basketball fans, please stand, remove your hats, and face the flag located on the south end of the gymnasium for tonight's national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Paul Sissy and our answer. Let's give Paul a big round of applause. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Frederick High School Girls Basketball Warriors. Number 1, Ellie Hurtado. Number 2, Adelinas De Santos. Number 3, Michaela Cole. Number 5, Aspen Dufour. Number 10, Jesse Taylor. Number 13, Miley Tarnowski. Number 14, Danielle Hemmelstrand. Number 20, Shay Chavez. Number 21, Toby Dufour. Number 22, Haley Hurtado. Number 24, Lexi Elkins. Number 25, Jackie Castillo. And number 45, Bailey Puma. The Warriors are coached by head coach Brett Anderson, with assistants Caroline Johnson, Jen Hurtado, and Nick Desimone. And now for your Erie Tigers. Number 2, Jalen Harrison. Number 3, Autumn Purcell. Number 4, Jeannie Kruger. Number 12, Jeannie Phillips. Number 14, Samantha Ernie. Number 20, Kylie Carroll. Number 23, Mackenzie Green. Number 24, Elena Dwell. Number 32, Callie Horvath. Number 44, Lauren Kia. And number 53, Hannah Schiffer.
He's a house plays a fair amount at Wisconsin, and they haven't been playing.
And with managers, Kinsey Deluire and Diane Durham.
How well they rebound. It's going to be a big key for your between the two of them. Two of them are Katie Green. You get the most of Erie's rebounds. So
officiating tonight's game will be David Pratt, Mike Allison, and Lance Beal.
Ready to go here in Erie. A lot of fans. Erie is not yet packed. Let's go Blue! So Mackenzie Green will tip off for Erie. And then for Frederick, it's going to be asking you to Erie wins the tip. Purcell runs it along the right side. Puts the half go back. Now Green at the top of the team. This game is and off to now still cross-court pass to Hoback. Thought about that. Now Purcell straight pass to Phillips. Now on the left wing. Here's under again. Dribbles right. Now back to Phillips. Drives to the left hand. Green at the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Hunger. No good. Rebounded by Hunger. That can be picked up. And now Hunger. Purcell. Cross court to Phillips. He sets it back up. Hoback drives on the baseline, puts one up and is fouled by Aspen before.
And you saw Erie got a couple offensive rebounds on those possessions. On this possession, but they couldn't finish. That's going to be a big thing at Roosevelt on Tuesday. One thing they couldn't do was finish a lot of layups that they got off offensive rebounds. They're absolutely going to have to do that tonight.
Stay back. This is the first. With 7:14 to go in the first quarter. And Hoback hits the second, so Erie takes a really 1-0 lead. Frederick gains possession for the first time.
Stoned by Blake Phillips.
Phillips on the move. 1-on-2 now. Bad pass. Picked up by Frederick. Corey before on the move to Aspen before. No good off the right side of the line. Rebounded by Hoback. Erie back in the move. Phillips thought about a long two now.
Purcell misses a three, rebounded by Phillips. She misses. Already you see Erie's missed a few layups. Obviously that's going to be a thing that Coach Frederick is going to want to stress tonight is finishing a lot of those shots close to the basket.
Frederick yet to get on the board, almost 2 minutes into it, and a foul on the ground.
And that is going to be called on Katie Hunger.
Calls number 4, Katie Hunger, taking Erie. That's her first team foul for the Tigers.
Nowski to inbound for Frederick. Finds 2-4, puts it up. Phillips fires a three, no good. Too wide, jump ball call. Under 6 to play in the first.
Now Sammy Irby's going to check in for the first
So
time
they
tonight.
number
She's going
14,
for Katie
Samantha
Hunger.
Irby.
happy about that call. You can see her mouth thinking, "Are you kidding me?" to the ref after he called it. Shooting threes is something that Tori Dufour does a lot of. I believe that's her 90th shot this year. She leads the team in threes shot and in threes made. Miley Tarnowski is the only other one that comes close, and she shot about 50 or 60. And they both shoot about 30% from three.
Awkward two missed by Dufour, and by the way, Kylie Harrell checked in for Michaela Green.
And she traveled, so it'll be Frederick's ball. Tori Dufour bringing it up the floor. She's perfectly content to take her time. Erie waiting in a 2-1-2 zone.
Here's Chavez. Now Dufour fires a three, air balls it, tipped up, and that'll go back to Erie.
I believe it went out of bounds off Aspen Dufour, and there's two of them on the floor at the moment. And that can turn into a tongue twister. Two Dufours on the floor.
Both of them starters, so they'll be out there for a while. Purcell steps past Tarnowski, moves in, and offensive foul call. See, a lot of these players, what you're told to do in this situation when someone's setting up for a charge is you pick a side and you run into their shoulder, and Autumn Purcell did exactly that. She just didn't get the call.
You're right, she didn't. It was a loss similar to the play where Tarnowski was called for a charge, and so now that's a charge each. And now Caitlin Patterson into the game for the first time since the beginning of December.
Here's Tori Dufour. Driving on Phillips. Throws one up. Aspen Dufour collects the rebound, puts it up and in. Under 4 to play here in the first. Frederick leads 4-1. Purcell almost lost the handle, collects it in the corner. Now Purcell again, underneath to Irby. Irby puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Aspen Dufour. Tarnowski runs it up the court. She's working on Patterson. Timeout called by Frederick, and with 3:19 to go here in the first quarter, we're going to take a timeout on the Erie Tiger Network.
for the first time due to foul.
That's her first receiving team foul for Frederick.
A window the size of a donut hole, and the first field goal for Erie comes 5 minutes in the game.
Phillips pokes away from Klanowski, and that's her first steal. Purcell bring it up the floor, pass it to Carroll.
Patterson fires a three, no good. Rebounded by Aspen Dufour. Klanowski runs to the right side, crosses into the paint. She is fouled.
And it could have been any one of the 4 Tigers that
Number 53 and Hefner. That's her first team foul for here. Number 13, Miami Klanowski to the line.
now Landon White is set to pick. She comes in with Kylie Carroll. This is a trend in Erie games. Low scoring first quarters. We saw it against Meade and Fort Morgan, which was not broadcast. And we also saw it against Roosevelt on Tuesday night. The Tigers shooting in the first quarter has been a struggle this year, but they've needed to make up for that with some higher scoring in the second quarters.
Lionel gives it to no good. Tipped up and Patterson hustled play, finally collected by Shea Chavez, and Frederick will have it going the other way.
And already you're seeing Caitlin Patterson with a bit of a burst as they call Elena Dwinell for a blocking foul. Obviously she's coming off a right knee injury and wearing a brace on that knee. But she's shown no sign of letting up at all. And it looks like she's completely ready to play. And they are going to call another foul on Elena Dwinell. That's a blocking foul, and it'll be her second. And McKaylee Green set to check into the game. She'll come in for Dwinell.
Frederick leading 5-3. A minute 40 to play in the first quarter. Tori Dufour. Now Danielle Hemmelstrand. Aspen Dufour. Now Tori fires a corner three, no good.
And I believe that they're going to rule that that stayed in bounds as Chavez misses a shot, and then Aspen Dufour gets the rebound and puts it back up.
So Erie running it on the other end. Green fires a three, that's way short. Rebounded by Hefner, put up and in. Chavez runs it up the court.
That's going to be a blocking foul called on Anna Hefner. That's her second. And Tori Dufour is set to shoot 2 free throws. Having a little bit of mic issues. We're sorry for that.
Irby checks back in for Hefner as she picked up her second foul. Chavez makes it 8-5. 2-on-1. Irby back to Phillips, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Irby. Purcell gives it to Green, who fires a deep three. No good. Rebounded by Purcell. Steps into the box. No good. Another near offensive rebound, and they're going to call a foul. This one's going to go against Torrey Dufour. Erie to inbound. Phillips takes a two and it goes in. 8-7. Ball tipped away by Purcell and out of bounds. Sticks with Frederick. 8 seconds to go in the first.
They're going to call a foul on the ground here. And it's going to be on Sammy or Irby. And and Frederick is going to be in the bonus at the end of the first quarter.
A slow-moving first quarter. 6 seconds left. Frederick misses the free throw. Rebounded by Erie. 3 seconds to go and they're fouled.
Fouls on number 20, Shea Tyler. That's her second 15 foul.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter here in the Erie Tiger Network. Frederick ahead 8-7 here in the battle for the Miners Trophy on the Erie Tiger Network.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
And welcome back in here on the Erie Tiger Network. After a quarter of play here in Erie, Frederick on top 8-7. Phillips. Now Hefner. Phillips again. Purcell at the top. Inside to Hefner. Now Patterson thought about a three. Putting the moves on Himmelstrand, and a missed shot rebounded by Frederick. Grayson, what did you like out of Erie that first quarter?
So I think Erie's best thing in the first quarter was getting Anna Hefner a lot of touches inside. She leads the Tigers right now with 4 points, and they did a good job getting her the ball.
Made basket by Chavez puts Frederick up 10-7. And a bad pass from Purcell gives the Warriors the ball right back. Under 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Haley Hurtado. Now Aspen Dufour can't get it to go. Purcell on the run. Here's Phillips. And a good play by Aspen Dufour to knock that one out of bounds.
Yep, that was a good play. McKaylee Green was streaking down the floor for a layup, and Dufour did knock it out of bounds. That's another thing the Tigers could really use tonight. Just a lot of fast breaks and good passes off them, too. They've had a couple openings, but they haven't been able to hit. And Patterson drills a three, and now he's got a tied game with 6:10 to go.
Hemmelstrand. Now Tori Dufour, pass inside to Chavez. It's lost off of Chavez, and it'll go back to Erie. Under 6 to play. Tied at 10. Green swings it up to Patterson. Now back to Green, fires a three, no good. Tipped out, Green collects her own rebound. Phillips. Now Patterson along the baseline. Floater, it's good. Erie has the lead back 12 to 10. Tori Dufour sets it up for Frederick. Finds Haley Hurtado. 2 Hurtados as well as 2 Dufours. As Aspen Dufour misses it, and an over-the-back call on Frederick. The foul is on number 22, Haley Hurtado. Her first of the game. And Hunter re-enters the game for Erie, as well as Irby.
Frederick's been running this press all night long, and it hasn't been extremely effective. It has been on occasion, as they're going to call a foul on Frederick there. Katie Hunter shooting a 1-and-1.
That's going to be on Tori Dufour.
That's her second. That's a big one for Frederick. As Hunter makes her first to put Erie up by 3, because she is their best outside shooter. So they definitely don't want to get her in foul trouble.
Hunter makes both, puts Erie up 14 to 10. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Hemmelstrand. Bad pass intended for Aspen Dufour. It'll go back to Erie. And this is where Erie can start to pull away a basket here, and you could be up to 3 possessions. And Patterson's pass mishandled by Hunter.
And you might have noticed, but Frederick has brought their cheerleaders to the game tonight, which is unusual to bring cheerleaders to a road basketball game.
Rarely happens. I guess since this is a rivalry, it kind of makes sense. And push foul called on Sammy Irby. Hefner said to check back in. She's going to come in for Irby. For Frederick, Aspen Dufour at the line for 1-and-1.
Tarnowski checks back into the game for Frederick.
Purcell set to check back in too, as Dufour's first is no good, rebounded by Hunter. Patterson runs it up the court. Now Phillips on the left wing. Inside to Hefner, who puts it up and in. Erie up by 6. Starting to create a little bit of distance here.
And this is what we've seen out of these Tigers this year. One of their best things is, after getting off to a slow start in the first quarter, they come out shooting very well in the second, as there's a missed 3 and an offensive rebound by Dufour.
Before this is another shot.
Early second quarter shooting has been a strength for this Tiger team.
And now Phillips puts one up and in. Erie up by 3 possessions. It's 18-10. 3:35 to play in the first half. Torrey Dufour in the corner. Now DeSantis, 3 on the way from Tarnowski. No good, too strong. Rebounded by Phillips. Erie on the move yet again. Patterson finds Hunter in the corner. Looks inside, now gives it back to Phillips. Patterson, now Green, a mid-range jumper airballed, rebounded by Tarnowski. Frederick on the move. And a foul will be called on Caitlin Patterson. Tarnowski will go to the line and shoot 2.
And she'll look to break Erie's 11-0 run. It was 10-7 Frederick at the start of the quarter, and now it's 18-10 Erie.
Erie on an 11-2 run here in the second. Make it 11-3 as Tarnowski hits her first. Jessie Teller checks in for Frederick, as well as Danielle Hemmelstrand. They'll replace Torrey Dufour and Shay Chavez. Tarnowski can't get the second one to go. Erie up by 7. Purcell up ahead to Lauren Kia, who enters the game. They're tipped up, and it'll stay with Erie.
That pass was intended for Katie Hunter, and Miley Tarnowski tipped it out of bounds.
Phillips to inbound. Hunter. Now Hefner inside, throws one up, hoping for a foul. No call as Frederick goes the other way. Tarnowski working on Purcell. Hands it off to Hemmelstrand. And now DeSantis faked the pass and lost the handle. Kia was there to snatch it up. And now Purcell, 2:20 to play in the first half. Phillips bounce pass to Hunter. Finds Kia. Purcell tipped up by Hemmelstrand. Now going the other way, Jessie Teller. Now DeSantis inside to do 4. Too strong. Hefner collects the rebound. Under 2 to play. Phillips fires a 3. Rattles around and it hits the top of the backboard, so it'll be a dead ball and it'll go back to Frederick. DeSantis controls the ball at the top of the key. Tipped up by Hefner, and Purcell collects it. Purcell runs it along the right side of the court. Finds Hunter at the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Teller. And a carry called. It's going to be on Teller.
I actually think they might have called over and back. It looks like she passed it backwards to Tarnowski, who hadn't quite crossed half court yet. But the motion is the same, so it could have been either.
Both teams trading possessions. Neither team has gotten a basket in a couple of minutes. Patterson controls the ball. Working hard on Hemmelstrand. Has to give it away to Phillips. Now Hefner inside is fouled. She'll shoot 2. So Anna Hefner at the line for 2 shots. Chance to put Erie up by 9. First is good. McKaylee Green checks back in for Lauren Kia. Too strong on the second free throw by Hefner. Erie up by 8, under a minute to play in the first half. Tarnowski on the left wing, handoff to Hemmelstrand. Cross court to Teller. Now back to DeSantis. DeSantis inside to Aspen Dufour. Every Frederick player got a touch on that possession. No good by Dufour, and a foul called on Erie. So 1 and 1 on the way, or 2 shots on the way for Adelina DeSantis. Foul on McKaylee Green.
And now all of the Erie Bigs have 2 fouls. Anna Hefner has been playing with 2. McKaylee Green has 2, and Sammy Irby is on the bench with 2.
Hallie Hoback checks in for the Tigers. McKaylee Green will come out after just re-entering the game. The front end of the 1-and-1 no good, rebounded and put back up and in by Aspen Dufour. It was a 1-and-1. Purcell heaves it across the court. Now Patterson inside. Puts it up. She is fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. Patterson misses her first. Erie up by 6 with 26 seconds to go in the first half. That one rattles around the rim, rebounded by Hefner, and she is fouled. Ball hung on the rim, almost got the end one. Now Grayson going into halftime. What do you think the coaches are going to say to their players here?
Well, for Coach Anderson for Frederick, I'm thinking he's just going to want them to start making shots. Most of their points have been coming from inside. Obviously, Aspen Dufour has a good chunk of their points right now, and I'd be wanting to get other people involved as Anna Hefner picks up another foul. If I'm Coach Pfeiffer, I want to ride this momentum from the second quarter. The second quarter's been the best they've done all year as far as the 4 quarters go. And I'm going to look to carry that momentum into the third quarter for the first or second time all year.
Aspen Dufour at the line with 9 seconds left. Hefner will come out, and Irby will come in. Sammy Irby. And set to check in for Frederick is Haley Hurtado. Erie collects the rebound. Patterson dribbles out of the press by Dufour, and a foul call.
A little bit of a ticky-tack call there, called on Tori Dufour. That's going to be her third as well. So now 2 of the best players, at least Erie's best player tonight has been Anna Hefner. She has 3. And Frederick's best shooter, Tori, she's got 3 fouls as well. That's Tori Dufour. Sorry about that.
3 seconds left. Patterson makes both and puts Erie up by 9, and that'll bring us to halftime. Erie up 22-13 on Frederick. As we take a break, we'll be back with halftime stats and thoughts on the Erie Tiger Network.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Hi, I'm Maya Michelson, and you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in here on the Erie Tiger Network. About 4 minutes until we are set to go in the second half. Erie leads 22-13. And Grayson, what do you think the keys are in the second half for both teams?
Well, for Erie, the keys are going to be to keep the momentum up that they had for the first half. Their second quarter scoring was some of the best I've seen from them all year. Obviously, they've got to keep that up if they've got to win. Another key for Erie is Anna Hefner. She's been playing very well so far. She has 8 points, 3 for 4 from the field, and 2 for 4 from the free throw line. But she also has 3 fouls, so she's going to have to watch her fouls and play smart basketball in the second half if she wants to stay in the game. And then Erie could also use to get Sammy Irby and McKaylee Green going as well, just to take a little bit of that scoring burden off Hefner. For Frederick, I want to get my perimeter shooters going. Tarnowski and Tori Dufour have shot about 4 threes combined this game. They're, I believe, 1 for 4 on threes. They typically shoot about 10 to 12 a game, and they make about 4 of those, as they're about 33% three-point shooters. If I'm Frederick, I'm looking to get them going early. Tori Dufour also has 3 fouls. So key players for both teams having a lot of fouls right now. And that's going to be another thing to watch in the second half for both teams.
All right, Grayson, thank you for our little halftime report. We'll be right back on the Erie Tiger Network with more Miners Trophy action here in Erie.
Hi, I'm Maya Michelson, and you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Welcome back in here on the Erie Tiger Network. About to start the second half of play here in the Miners Trophy, the first game of the year for both teams against each other. Again, these two will face off in Frederick in February. Erie leads 22-13. Tori Dufour controls it at the top. Dribbles right on Purcell. Finds Tarnowski back to Dufour. Inside to Aspen Dufour. Blocked by Hunder. Now Hunder gets the rebound. Up to Purcell. Purcell, cross court. Green takes it from the corner of the paint. Now Phillips collects the rebound. Back to Green. Lost the handle. And it'll go to go back to Frederick.
Obviously, you can see that Erie's taking some outside shots. They need to start converting on some of those. A lot of their points have been coming from slashing layups and free throws. And so if they could get a couple of perimeter shots, it would help them be able to drive to the lane more effectively.
Tori Dufour trying to find Aspen Dufour inside. It was tipped up by Phillips. Now Purcell saves it from going out of bounds. And now a three on the way from Purcell. Airballed, rebounded by Tarnowski. Back the other way. Tarnowski is blocked by Hoback. And it's out of bounds. It'll go back to Frederick.
And you can hear the Frederick fans around us. They wanted a foul on Tarnowski, but there wasn't one, and now she'll inbound.
Here's DeSantis. Inside, that's Chavez. Tarnowski backs down Hoback. Gives it back out to DeSantis. Now Chavez from the top of the paint. Tipped up by a Frederick player and out of bounds. It'll go back to Erie. Hoback controls it on the right wing. Green inside, off the glass and in. And Erie has opened up a double-digit lead.
And I believe that is McKaylee Green's second field goal tonight. She has 4 points for the Tigers.
DeSantis misses a three badly. It's rebounded by Green. Back up the court we go is Phillips, or I'm sorry, that's Katie Hunder. She was caught off balance and fouled Chavez. That's Hunder's second.
And Caitlin Patterson is going to come to the game for Katie Hunder. We haven't seen much of an impact from Patterson today offensively, but defensively she has played very well, especially in the second quarter for the Tigers.
Chavez heaves one up, almost fell, rebounded by Aspen Dufour. And she is fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot two. .540 to play in the third quarter. Dufour makes her first.
And Erie's leading scorer right now, Anna Hefner, with 8 points, checks into the game for McKaylee Green.
Dufour can't hit the second end as a jump ball called. Chavez almost came down with the offensive rebound. Got tangled up with Hefner. It'll go to Erie. The Tigers up by 10 here, 5.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Phillips inside to Hefner, pass back out to Hoback, sets it up and shoots, no good. Rebounded by Chavez.
That was a good look for Hoback, but she couldn't get it to fall, just rimmed out there.
DeSantis finds Tori Dufour, can't hit the mid-range jumper. Now DeSantis gets it back for Frederick. Tarnowski drives inside, puts it up and in. 24-16, 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Purcell up to Patterson. Inside to Hefner, who is fouled by Aspen Dufour. Patterson feeds it inside for Hefner. Back out, Hoback takes a mid-range jumper off the front end of the iron. Rebounded by Patterson. It was tipped up by Hefner. Purcell drives inside, lost her handle, and steal by Miley Tarnowski, and then Purcell fouls Tarnowski.
It looked like she just got a little jumpy there and wanted to get the come from behind steal to make up for her turnover, but she ends up fouling Tarnowski, and now Kylie Harrell will come into the game for Purcell. That was her second foul.
Frederick trying to eat away at the difference. It's an 8-point lead for Erie right now. Tarnowski fires a three, no good. Rebounded by Tori Dufour. She puts it up and is fouled by Hallie Hoback.
That's going to be Hoback's second foul tonight. And Erie calls a timeout. McKaylee Green is going to check in for Hoback.
We'll stay right here with you through the timeout. As Grayson, you see Frederick starting to find their groove. They're shooting a lot more jumpers right now. They're really trying to get their shooting going. There's only 16 points midway through the third quarter.
You know, they are really trying to get more outside shots. I said that would be a key for them at halftime. Dufour's obviously taken a couple shots, and so has Tarnowski. And I believe they've actually only made one of them, as the score was 22-13 at halftime. And I think that was a three from Tarnowski. So they are definitely trying to get their perimeter shooting going. And now Dufour's going to shoot two. A lot of spin on her shot. It'll go in and out.
Both of these teams striving for their first Tri-Valley win of the season. Tori Dufour misses both. Rebound goes to McKaylee Green as another steal for Miley Tarnowski, all alone in open space. And she lays it up and in for Frederick, 24-18.
That was a really good play by Tarnowski. She read the cross-court pass and caught it while streaking towards the basket. Caitlin Patterson shoots three and misses off the back rim.
Patterson collects her own rebound, finds Hefner inside, who puts it up and in. 26-18, Erie answers. Now under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And Hefner becomes the first player for Erie in double digits. She has 10.
Tarnowski sets it up top. Finds DeSantis. Back to Tarnowski on the right wing. Pass inside, stolen by McKaylee Green. Now the ball's on the floor, and neither Harrell or Phillips could catch up to it. So it'll go back to Frederick.
I think both Harrell and Phillips right there thought it was for the other person and kind of let up a little bit as McKaylee Green tried to make the outlet pass, and as a result, the ball went out of bounds.
Tori Dufour controls it on the left wing. Finds a wide open Aspen Dufour inside. 26-20. Autumn Purcell and Sammy Irby set to check back in for the Tigers. Phillips controls it, finds Green inside. A good steal there, almost steal. Erie retains possession now. Green puts it back up and in and gives Erie an 8-point lead again. So far, every time Frederick has scored, Erie has found an answer. As now Aspen Dufour gets that one to hang on the rim and fall back in. So the lead back down to 6.
And both offenses have woken up a bit in the third quarter as Hefner gets her 12th point of the game. Obviously, it's a back and forth battle right now. Aspen Dufour's the leading scorer for Frederick. I think with about 12 points, she and Hefner have been going blow for blow in the post.
Tarnowski pulls up from 3, no good. Rebounded by Harrell. Now Caitlin Patterson, it's a 3-on-1. She takes the jumper herself, no good. Rebounded by Frederick, that's Chavez. Frederick pushing the pace. Tori Dufour on the right wing. Gives it inside to Aspen, and a foul called on the floor.
This is either going to be on Jade Phillips and it's going to be on Anna Hefner. That's big because that's her 4th foul, and she's Erie's leading scorer. So she's immediately going to come out. Sam Yerby's coming in, and Caitlin Patterson will come out as well, replaced by Autumn Purcell. And now a big thing for Erie is to get someone besides, as Frederick makes the layup, is someone besides Hefner going offensively. Right, the most likely candidate would be Irby or Green, as Green's got a couple points. She passes to Irby. Almost stolen, but not.
Irby puts it up, no good. Gets her own rebound. Green at the top of the key. Mid-range jumper too strong. And tangled up. Both players go to the floor hard. McKaylee Green and Aspen Dufour. Jump ball called, it'll go to Frederick. Frederick down by 6 points here late in the 3rd quarter. Aspen Dufour again, this time she's fouled.
And this one's going to be on Irby, I believe, which is going to be 3 for her. So all of Erie's bigs in foul trouble right now. And it won't, it'll be on McKaylee Green.
That's her 3rd.
That's her 3rd. So Irby's got 2, Green has 3, and Hefner has 4. Those are Erie's 3 bigs.
Aspen Dufour misses her first. 1:07 to play in the 3rd as Katie Hunter enters the game for McKaylee Green. Caitlin Patterson will also enter the game for Erie, replacing Kylie Harrell. Dufour makes her 2nd. 30-25. Erie on top with a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Irby back out to Hunter. Here's Patterson, drives inside. Jump stop, back out to Irby. Inside to Phillips, who puts it up and in for Erie. 32-25. Tori Dufour. Hemmelstrand. Dufour drives, kicks it out to Hemmelstrand. Finds Haley Hurtado. Back out to Aspen Dufour. Puts it up, airballs it, and Frederick could not get possession back. Chavez couldn't save it. So Erie's going to get one more crack at it. Chance to extend the lead. 15 seconds. Phillips at the top of the key. Patterson, 5 to shoot. She'll pull up from 3, and that is right on the mark. Caitlin Patterson is back and better than ever, Grayson Blaylock.
Yes, she is. That's her first 3-point field goal all year, I believe. And it could not have come at a better time. Erie is up by 6, and we will stay right here before the beginning of the 4th quarter. 35-25, Erie leads.
Caitlin Patterson, she was trying to find a better shot, but she decided Frederick wasn't going to get up on her at the 3-point line, and she just pulled up and hit it home. So Erie leads by 10, a double-digit lead for the Tigers. The crowd really starting to file in for both schools. Now Grayson, 4th quarter, your coach Pfeiffer, what are you trying to tell your players to get them to close this one out?
Same thing that I would have told him at halftime. Just keep riding the momentum that you've created. Obviously, you're playing really well right now. Don't lose focus, and just keep playing the way you've been playing. They've been playing well. There's no reason for that to change.
Patterson controls Purcell. Handoff to Patterson. Dribbles with the left hand, inside, jump stop. And a travel called on Patterson. So Frederick gets the ball back. Here's Hemmelstrand. Tori Dufour inside to Aspen Dufour. Now a 3 on the way from Tori Dufour, and she splashes it home, 35-28. Frederick picking that press back up. Irby kicks it out to Purcell. Now Hunter, here's Patterson, fakes the 3. Gives it back to Purcell at the top of the key. Phillips drives. Keeping her pivot foot, it's tipped around, and Purcell couldn't keep the handle. It'll go back to Erie, or back to Frederick. And McKaylee Green and Anna Hefner will enter the game for Sammy Irby and Katie Hunter. Under 7 to play here in the game. There's Aspen Dufour. Tipped away by Phillips. And neither her or Patterson could save it.
Patterson actually slid into Mr. Buckler right there while trying to save the ball.
Here's Chavez. Now a 3 on the way from Hemmelstrand. Airballed, and Erie will get the ball back.
Good defense by Erie right there. And Frederick takes a timeout. We'll stay right here. And what I would do if I'm Coach Anderson in this huddle is just tell them to get their shots going. Obviously, they've got the talent over there to be able to hit their shots. They just got to do it. I spoke with him before the game, and he said one key for them would be stopping McKaylee Green inside. They have done that to some extent, but while they have stopped her, she has 8 points. They have not stopped Anna Hefner as effectively, and she has 12.
And a lot of these teams see McKaylee Green's stat sheet from last year. She was arguably the best player on last year's team. And they think, we got to bottle up McKaylee Green. Well, Erie has a couple other bigs that can really make an impact. And some great passers as well. Autumn Purcell, Caitlin Patterson, some great distributors.
That's right, and I think one big thing with this last year's stat sheet is that the 2 new bigs are both freshmen. And that makes a big difference when you've got impact freshmen coming into the program as Frederick gets a steal. Like, most people don't really know about them, and they're going to call a foul on Jade Phillips, a shooting foul, and I believe that's Hemmelstrand that will go to the line for the Warriors.
Right, having good young players, so big in high school basketball. You see it with the boys team as well. Some really great bigs here for the girls. And for the boys, you see Jordan Nguyen, really great guard, and he's going to be their man of the future for sure. Kevin Loy as well, really been performing well for the Tigers. Hemmelstrand can't make either.
And they will call a push on Dufour. It's going to be Erie ball.
It's Aspen Dufour. That's her 4th. She's 1 away from fouling out here early in the 4th. Frederick running that press. Patterson hand-checked by Hemmelstrand. .6:20 to play in the game. Purcell, now Green, who traveled.
And I thought she bobbled the ball a little bit, but the ref disagreed with me and called travel.
Definitely didn't have full possession there. It was kind of sandwiched in between her and a Frederick defender. Aspen Dufour puts it up and in. Frederick has dwindled this down to a 5-point game as the Warriors stay in it.
And Alex, this game lacks some of the intensity that we saw in the previous game, the girls JV game, which was possibly the most intense non-varsity game I've ever seen.
Yeah, maybe the loudest game I've been to this season. There've been a lot of games. It was at Silver Creek, a couple games here, and none of them have been as loud as that girls JV game that led up to this one. You know, fans were just starting to come into the building. They saw that it was a close game. Frederick won by 1 point. They really got into it on both ends. It's Hurtado now. Aspen Dufour again. That was in and out. Dufour gets her own rebound. And we've got a one-possession game here.
We do have a one-possession game, and it really doesn't feel like that the lead has dwindled, or that either team has really held the lead all game, as Patterson passes it up to Harrell, and she'll be fouled. Both teams with foul trouble here.
Fouls on Haley Hurtado. That's her second.
And the two best bigs for both teams, Aspen Dufour and Anna Hefner, both have 4 fouls.
As Phillips puts it up and in. 5-point game yet again with 5 minutes to go. Hemmelstrand in the right wing. Gives it inside to Dufour. She's been hot. Puts it up. Rolls around the rim. No good. It's rebounded by Autumn Purcell, who heaves it up to nobody. Caught by Hemmelstrand. Put up and in. And it's back to a one-possession game. Just, I think, a miscommunication. Autumn Purcell didn't really know where her players were. Hefner now out to Patterson, who shoots a 3. It's good. Caitlin Patterson really heating up here late.
She is, and that's a really good sign for Erie. She's arguably their best player. Obviously, she hasn't been able to play for the majority of the season because of injury, but it's good to see that she's making some outside shots. And that'll be a travel called on Hemmelstrand for Frederick.
That was a pretty obvious travel there.
And Miley Tarnowski will check into the game for the Warriors. And I'm actually surprised that Frederick left their press in the second quarter. I think that was what led to a lot of Erie's offense. But now they're back to it, and they've narrowed the gap down.
Another foul called on Frederick. The fast-paced movement on defense for Frederick has led to a lot of fouls. That's the first foul on DeSantis. Inbound taken away by Aspen Dufour. Under 4 to play here in the game. DeSantis, now Tori Dufour fires a 3 and she hits it home. And Caitlin Patterson hits a 3 and Tori Dufour answers.
And now you can really start hearing the Frederick side of the crowd, and they travel well, especially for this rivalry game. Now they're really starting to get loud. Not quite as loud as that JV game again, but they are starting to, both sides are starting to get louder. Erie's student section has definitely filled out. You can see a lot of them in the flannels. It's a flannel out. First one I've ever heard of.
Patterson in the corner. Now Phillips, 3 minutes to go. Patterson again working on Tarnowski. Erie holding the ball, wasting some clock. They're up by 3. And now a foul called on DeSantis. That's her second. Frederick in the bonus. Erie one foul away from being in the bonus. Patterson holds it high in the left wing. Good move behind the back. Inside to Hefner, off of a Frederick defender and out of bounds. 2:30 to play in the game. Purcell holds it near half court. Again, Erie wasting a lot of clock here. .220 to go. Hefner almost stripped. And that's a near steal. Aspen Dufour almost came up with it. And now, and a Hefner down low. She is fouled by DeSantis again. 3 consecutive fouls.
And Erie wasted about a minute and a half of clock there. It was a really good job they did of chewing the clock. And now Hefner, who is Erie's leading scorer tonight, I believe she still has 12 points, goes to the line to look to increase their lead.
Hefner didn't get her first to fall.
She's 2 of 5 from the line tonight.
Can't make either of them. Rebounded by Aspen Dufour. And Patterson gets the steal, and they're on the move the other way. Patterson, guarded by 2 Frederick defenders, is going to hold it, and she's finally fouled by Chavez.
And that is either Chavez's 4th or Chavez has fouled out. And it will be her 4th. She had 3 in the first half, and this is the first one she's picked up in the second, as Patterson misses the first free throw.
Now Frederick gets possession back. Again, still a 1-possession game. Erie's been eating clock, but Frederick is 1 shot away from tying it up. And timeout taken by Frederick. We're going to take a short break and then come back at you with the end of this one here on the Erie Tiger Network. Dufour collects the rebound. Frederick on the move. 1 minute and 3 seconds to play in the game. Tarnowski, and now a foul off ball. Tori Dufour will go to the line.
And this is a 1-and-1, so obviously you want the miss and the rebound immediately. Dufour hits her first. It's a 5-point game with 1:01 to go.
Frederick looking to extend their run, and she does. 46-40. Frederick on a 9-0 run in the course of less than a minute. Erie needs a couple of threes. They're going to have to foul if Frederick gets the ball back. Patterson thought about a three. Now Purcell inside to Irby. Now finds Green, who puts it up and in. There's two for Erie, 46-42. The Tigers have to foul, and that one's on the ground. Ball still loose, and a foul called off ball. It's going to be on DeSantis. So here goes Autumn Purcell to the line with 36 seconds left. She'll shoot a 1-and-1. And again, in the course of 3 minutes, DeSantis has picked up 4 fouls.
I don't think anyone besides her on Frederick has actually picked up a foul since she got her first.
Here's Purcell. Misses the first. Ball is loose. Rebounded by Green. Put up, and she's fouled.
And that's who you want going to the free throw line for Erie. McKaylee Green is probably the best free throw shooter on this team. Obviously, Caitlin Patterson's also good as well. And but Autumn Purcell, free throws aren't her strong suit. So obviously you saw her just miss the first one. You'd be hoping that it's more Patterson and Green shooting free throws from now on.
So DeSantis will come out. In comes Hemmelstrand for Frederick. McKaylee Green shooting 2. First is good. We've got a 1-possession game again. And now we're starting to get to that girls JV noise level, Grayson.
Yes, we are. The Erie student section is the biggest it's been all year. It's overflowing into the hallway. And you can see the guys basketball players waiting.
Looks like a foul was called during the free throw.
I'm not sure what it would have been on, but Dufour's at the free throw line.
It's on Sammy Irby. Both teams in the double bonus. Aspen Dufour shooting 2.
That's Irby's third.
Not sure what the foul would have been on. Aspen Dufour hits her first.
And this game went into overtime last year. It looks like it could do the same again.
Dufour misses her second. It's rebounded by McKaylee Green. A 3-point game. Erie's got to move here. Purcell double teamed. Now Green, jumper at the top of the key, and they're going to say no shot. A timeout was called by Erie. Coach Pfeiffer steaming mad at something. She's pointing something out to the referees. They're going to talk it over.
And for a second, it looked like McKaylee Green was going to have an and one, but it's still a 3-point game with 23 seconds to go. She's drawing up a play in the huddle. And if you're Coach Pfeiffer, what play would you be drawing up right now?
To be honest, I would try to find a 3-pointer for either Patterson or McKaylee Green, 2 of your best shooters. You're trying to get, you're really trying to tie it up here. If you can get an and one, that'd be good. Caitlin Patterson, really good at shooting free throws, really high draw foul from her. So she might be your top candidate for that. But really, if you can get a 2 and foul and then get a rebound and move up the court just as easy. So a lot of options here for Coach Pfeiffer. Again, she played D1 college ball, so she knows what she's doing for sure.
She definitely does, as Frederick calls a timeout. We'll stay right here. And now this game is probably the most intense game that the Erie girls have played in this year. Easily the biggest the student section has been. And they're overflowing into the hallway.
This is really just going to be a crazy atmosphere tonight. Frederick up by 3 with 23 seconds left here in the game.
This game has the feel of an ending that will be remembered for a long time. No matter who wins the game, it feels like the end of it is going to be an instant classic, much like last year's was. Erie won that one in overtime.
All right, here we go. 47-44, Erie to inbound. It'll be Phillips inbound. Phillips inbounds. Here's Patterson. Finds Irby. Long 2, air ball. That'll go back to Frederick. Erie needs to foul and hope for a miss.
And Frederick takes another timeout. We'll stay right here for the rest of the game. Obviously, if you're Erie, that's not the best look you could have gotten. But Irby took a quick shot, and that was probably a good idea on her part. There's still 16 seconds left in the game. And now it's Katie Hunter who's going to check into the game for someone.
Obviously, you've got your shooting team out now. Remember, immediately following this game, we've got the boys' game. Here we go, Frederick to inbound. It's Tori Dufour who is fouled by Jade Phillips, one of Frederick's best free throw shooters. All she has to do is make one, and this one's pretty much bottled up for the Warriors.
If she makes 2, it's a full 2-possession game. The only way you could get 4 points in one shot is if you had an and 1-3.
Tori Dufour hits her first. So Frederick leads by 4 here with 13 seconds to go. And again, Dufour so consistent shooting free throws. Frederick up by 5. Purcell runs the full length of the court. Now it's tipped up by Tarnowski. And that's going to do it. She's fouled by Patterson. She'll go to the line. Frederick up by 5. They're going to win this one and improve to 1-3 on the season in the Tri-Valley, improving to 7-4 overall. Erie will downgrade to 3-9. They'll get off to an 0-4 start in the Tri-Valley League. And a big road win for Frederick.
It is. They traveled well, and both teams played really well, but Erie's decision to chew clock with about 3.5 minutes left obviously isn't paying off for them right at the moment.
Patterson pulls up from 3, no good, and that's going to do it.
And that will end
Frederick takes this one 50-44, and they'll hold the girls' trophy when it comes to the minors' trophy. Again, Frederick improves to 7-4. Erie now 3-9. Thank you for watching. For Grayson Blaylock, I'm Alex Ailey from the Erie Tiger Network.